Let's go, Jerry.
Tony, Jerry Jordan with the Examiner, Kicking the Tires. You've talked before about the history of NASCAR, and tonight you've made that history. What do you want the history books to say about you and your season as you look forward for that?
They can write whatever they want. The biggest thing to me is we got the trophy, and you know, I think the biggest thing is it's not about what they write about me, it's what they write about us. I mean, I really appreciate the opportunity that Gene and Joe Custer have given us, and I appreciate what Darian has done from day one. I mean, he played more than a crew chief role, and there were a lot of really good people that have had to work outside of the box of what their job description was to get us here, and I think that's what makes great teams great. Is people don't just sit there and look at their job as a 9-to-5 job or whatever their hours are, and they show up then and they leave when that hour gets there. And you know, I know there's times when he's had to come in and stay late, and there's people that have made that sacrifice. And to the best of my knowledge, I don't think anybody's complained about it. We just got a bunch of racers, and I probably take the most pride in that. We got people that have come from so many different racing backgrounds, and their attitudes at the shop were just a bunch of racers that love racing and winning races, and I'm really proud of that.
Dave Rodman, you have a question? Raise your hand. Go Dave, Jenna, Bob.
Yeah, Tony, Dave Rodman, NASCAR.com. The other day we talked about bookending Levi Jones' USAC championship with this one. Now that you've achieved it, what do you feel like it means to your organizations?
I'm pretty proud. I mean, Donnie Schatz won the last sprint car race of the season last night, an ASCS race at Tucson, and Levi won the championship in the last race of the year with our Chevy car. And to be able to come here tonight and do this, it's you know, Levi won the Silver Crown Championship, the Sprint Car Championship. We ran second with Donnie Schatz and third with Steve Kinser World Outlaws, and then I don't know where Ryan officially ended up tonight points wise, but
Who's that?
Ryan 10th.
10th.
So
Yeah,
2 cars in the top 10 in the Sprint Cup Series. I'm pretty proud of that. It's probably as close to being a father as I'm going to get for a while, it appears, and I'm pretty proud of all my kids, even though one of them's 50 years old and still winning races. So I'm proud of our people. I mean, I feel like that I've said it from day one that I've been a part of this organization. I learned a lot from Joe Gibbs and how he was able to assemble the right people to do the right jobs. I feel like I learned a very valuable lesson from him, and I think that I've been able to take that approach with every entity that we have, and we've been successful. And I'm proud of Chevy being on board, and Bass Pro Shops, and STP, and Armor All, and you know, all the people that have believed in the programs that I've wanted to build and have helped us make them successful.
Let's go Jenna, and then Bob Pockris.
Tony, why would you leave Joe Gibbs Racing when you did? You were comfortable there, you could win there, you didn't have to have any real responsibilities and take all this on. And what kind of pressure?
Joe would tell you different. He told me I had all kinds of responsibilities.
But what kind of pressure then do you take with you? You know, do you wonder, am I ever going to win again? You're leaving a really comfortable, nice place.
I think the variable that was kind of the little bit of the push over the top that I needed, it came from Rick Hendrick. And Rick had a relationship with Gene and the two teams working together in the past. And, you know, when Rick called me and said, hey, this may be an opportunity for you, and where I was at in my life and my career, and, you know, I guess I've never been scared to step outside my comfort zone with opportunities. I mean, we own 3 racetracks now. We have our World Outlaw teams, our USAC teams. I didn't really have a background in any of that. I don't have a background in business, but you know, it just seemed like every challenge that we took, we were able to somewhat find some sort of success with it. And you know, Rick talked to me on the phone one night, and he goes, "I'm not going to let this fail," and that's words that I've never forgot. And there's been times when I've had to call and say, hey, I don't know what to do. I'm kind of stuck. I need your input. I just need somebody to tell me if what I'm thinking is right, wrong, and different. And he's been really strong in that role with me. So you know, you got to have people you believe in. You got to have people you trust, and it's just another chapter in my life that it's like, this is a great opportunity what's going on now and for what can happen down the road one day. I mean, there's a day that I'm not going to be driving, but I don't want to leave the sport. So, it's a great opportunity for me to drive till Gene fires me from the driver's seat, and then I get to sit on the pit box with him. So, I like that opportunity. It was an opportunity to have a fresh start, a fresh beginning, and a new challenge. And I love new challenges for some reason.
Bob?
Bob Pockris, Scene Daily. In that same vein, did you ever regret the decision to become a co-owner? And what do you feel this championship can do for your organization as a whole?
I'd be lying if I said there were a lot of nights I laid my head on a pillow and I said, "Have you lost your mind?" It was a lot easier being a driver, and there was a lot of responsibility that came with being a driver in a big organization. But there's a lot of worries. I mean, it's still a business. I mean, this is a big industry, and it's my goal from day one has been to be able to look Gene Haas in the eyes and shake his hand and say, "Hey, it didn't cost you a dime this year to go race, and I want you to come to the track and just have fun and enjoy what you've built." And our economy's been rough the last 3 years, and it's been a challenge to do that. But I'm proud with the new partners that we've had come on board. We're in the best financial situation our company's ever been in, and there's still inventory of races to be sold in our company, and hopefully an effort like what we've had in the Chase and a championship like this hopefully can be a push that some of these companies need to maybe come on board. So this is big for our company as an organization. It's a hard time with the economy, and definitely a championship like this is huge.
Anything else? We'll end it with Dwight.
Dwight Drum, RaceTake.com. As far as you're being compared to the greatest drivers ever, like your hero and David Pearson, could you kind of share with us what you feel you have, physical and mental abilities that you share with the greatest people that ever got behind the wheel?
All you got to do is look at me, and it's not hard to figure out how I compared A.J. Foyt and how that's following that same path. I'm not Mr. Olympia by any means. I'm proof that you can be a little bit out of shape, but you can be race fit, and you don't have to lift weights to do it. I'm pretty proud to sit there for people that aren't perfect and don't sit there in the gym and don't eat the right foods every day and can still go out and do what they do. Take some pride in that today, but I'm going to take a lot of pride in a lot of stuff. So, but I'm nothing. Yeah, I represent you. So you guys, not just you, Jenna. Sorry, you guys. So, and some of you more than others, obviously. But I have a hard time putting it in perspective what it means with these guys and the greats of this sport and the legends of this sport. It's you feel like you're comparing apples to oranges because you're comparing different eras in our sport, and it's hard to put that in perspective, I think. But I feel like I'm a part of a time in NASCAR when the competition's better than it's ever been. It's more competitive than it's ever been, and to be in a format that's very tight, very competitive, and you can't have anything go wrong, to win 5 races out of a 10-race chase, and to win the closest battle in NASCAR history, no matter what the record books say at the end of the day, and the greats that are a part of it, it's a huge honor just to be in those record books with those guys. And you never feel like I don't care how many races you win, how many championships you win, you never feel like you measure up to the greats of the sport. But that's what makes trying so much fun.
Well, Tony, you certainly put on one outstanding performance the past 10 weeks. You're the 2011 NASCAR Sprint Cup Series champion. Much deserved. Congratulations on truly a terrific performance here tonight that I think not only the folks in this room, but millions across the world are going to look back and say that this was one of the greats in all of sports. Congratulations. And I do have one final question for you.
Why do I feel like I should really be nervous? And I felt like I've skirted around all of the I've played dodgeball for an hour up here, and I thought I was going to make it out of here okay.
By winning this race tonight, Tony is going to take home a contender boat that is built right here in Homestead, Florida. And that boat is right out here in Victory Lane. It's got 400 horsepower. It's worth a lot of money. He's going to go out there in Victory Lane here in a minute and get some photographs with that boat. But my question is to you. Do you have any idea what you're going to name your boat?
I just hope I don't get so screwed up tonight that I find the keys on accident and try riding it around in the lake on the backstretch. So maybe we'll call it "Hope We Don't Screw Up."
We can do that. Congratulations again, guys.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.